Have we ever explored Crossbell at night before? We haven't, right? Oh, we're not getting kicked out. No tickets, no entry, got it? Don't try any funny business, pal. I've got my eyes on you. Sully is the new bouncer. A girl by the name of Sully joined our troupe recently. She's quite the hard worker, I must say. She's quick to catch on, and best of all, she's proactive. It seems she has no intention of becoming a performer yet, but I'm just thankful for all of her help. Aww. We can still get into the dressing rooms, apparently. Shut your trap, Eugene. You're disturbing my reading time. Alright. Don't you think Nikolai's dramatically improved recently? He used to be so very hesitant, but now it's almost as if he's become a different person. Interesting. So it's not just Gaunt's that's had a complete 180 in their personality. Perhaps he's managed to make a breakthrough. Nikolai feels like a whole different person these days. I'm impressed with how hard he's been pushing himself in training. Why are the personality changes always for the worse? Hey, Risha. Oh, hello everyone. Are you here to watch the show by any chance? We wish. I'm afraid not, though I really wish we could. We had business to attend to nearby, so we figured we'd pop in and say hello. I see. I appreciate you visiting us. Thanks for working so late to keep us all safe. I think I'm finally getting the hang of controlling my nerves in front of a large crowd. Though I still got a long way to go before I can consider myself Ilya's equal. Makes sense, makes sense. After all, you know, she is accustomed to working in the dark, in the shadow of the night, right? Seriously? You're going to delay the show by doing that now? Oh, don't be so dramatic. I still have 10 minutes until it's go time. Come on, Corellia. We can make this quick. Makeup? Oh, it's Cecile's little brother and his friends. Good evening, Ilya. How are you? You guys getting ready to perform right now? That we are. Just a little while left before our audience comes streaming in. I'm going to focus on polishing up my footwork a bit for the scene. Alright, no time to waste. Let's do this. She's as motivated as ever. Right. It is a strangely reassuring sight. Good luck, have fun. Looks like Nikolai is finally building up some confidence. What a relief. He was in an awful rut for a while there. Time to kick some butt during today's practice. My apologies, but our performance is just about to begin. I must ask that you refrain from going backstage at this time, as we would like to limit the area to staff only. Welcome to Arc-en-Ciel. The troupe will be performing Golden Sun, Silver Moon tonight. I hope you all enjoy every last second of it. We can't even catch 1 second of it. Thanks to Lloyd. Oh? Hello? I took the plunge and bought tickets for S-section seats. I'm sweating bullets here. This is the least I could do to make this proposal go off without a hitch. Oh, a proposal in the theater? Okay. Oh wow, I can't believe he managed to snag us tickets for the show. Not only that, but they're S-section seats. Talk about pulling out all the stops. I didn't realize that my darling has such a daring side to him. Better do it like after the show is complete, otherwise Ilya's gonna have your head. But other than that, congratulations! Wait, you've been buying tickets non-stop? Oh my goodness. That must have cost a fortune. He's been buying S-section seats every time. Jeez. Aren't those seats reserved? Yeah, so lucky. Wish we could have gotten tickets from our job too. Of course it's Lecter. Somehow Lecter got this entire section to himself. How's that fair? Oh man, this view is pretty sick, don't you think? There's still 10 minutes until the performance starts, so sit tight. And he has the troop leader, you know, looking after him personally. I hope you enjoy Golden Sun, Silver Moon to your heart's content. I'll be ushering our special guest to a seat in the VIP area. I have to say, he's a bit of a strange one. I can only imagine what kind of connections he has to be able to get a seat like this at his young age. Lecter, we're friends, right? Like, we totally trust you. What the heck? What are you doing here, Lecter? Isn't it obvious? I'm here to watch Arc-en-Ciel. Boy, I thought I wasn't gonna make it on time, so I started sprinting here. I feel you there, man. Wait, hold on just a darn sec here. Aren't these seats for special guests? These seats shouldn't be available to the average person, no. Well, about that, the chance, I mean, can't I use my old man's sweet benefits for my own enjoyment every once in a while? So he just dropped Osborne's name and got the tickets. His behavior is incomprehensible. Hey, this looks like one comfy couch to me. Think I'll snooze until the show starts. His behavior is absolutely incomprehensible. Can we join you? Like, there are 5 extra seats. The perfect number. Right? Buddy? Oh, this is unfair. This is unfair. Like, we saved the show. And we only got to catch glimpses. Glimpses. Back alley? They are actually letting us explore? We expected them to force us back to headquarters. But they're actually letting us explore. President? President of what? Oh, Heiyue? Are you guys doing some sort of deal? For weapons, maybe? Eric told me to just suck it up and get to work. He's been acting so cold to me lately. He probably thinks you're scaring away his other patrons. Welcome to Garant. The performance tonight will begin after 8 p.m. Feel free to sit back, relax, and maybe enjoy a drink until then. Okie doke, thank you. So maybe the girls we saw last time weren't these two back here? My oh my, someone's tired. In the spending mood, dears. Look here. Hold this urn for a short while, and you'll be completely re-energized and filled with a level of bliss unimaginable. No thanks, ma'am. Also, I'd appreciate it if you wouldn't try to sell us sketchy stuff like your, magic urn. Man, you smell the slightest hint of blood in the water and immediately pounce, don't ya? I'm actually open until quite late, I'll have you know. If you're looking for something in particular, I'm sure I could nudge you in the right direction. How about it? Interesting. What? Oh, did they only let us go into the back alley because it leads back to the headquarters? Is that the only reason? But we wanted to talk to other people. Should we have just, like, gone to every other district first before coming back here? Was that the move? Maybe we did this to ourselves. Oh my goodness. Okay, fine. Aw. Phew, we're home. Oh, you're back! Yay! See? She does have a favorite. It's always Lloyd. I wish I could be as full of energy as you always are, Kia. Yep, I'm so energetic I could power all of Crossbell. Aw. You guys are home late. Was there a lot of work today? There sure was. If we didn't have Noelle to ferry us around everywhere, we'd have probably collapsed on the side of the road somewhere. Agreed. Hey, Tio. You look super tired. Are you alright? Yes, I will be fine. Simply seeing that cute face of yours has completely recharged me. Aww. Aww. Kia? Since I've got so much energy, I'll share some with you. This'll supercharge you. That's Kia for you. For sure, her smile will fill you full of pep quicker than any medicine out there. I guess Kia's hugs really are a miracle cure. Thank you, Kia. I think I am sufficiently recharged. Yay! Come to think of it, is the chief not home yet, Kia? The chief? Oh, he's over in his office. Someone came to visit and he's still talking with him. Dudley? A visitor? That's pretty unusual considering how late it is. Do you remember what he looked like? He's an old man with a beard and a big belly. He kind of reminds me of a bear. Oh, Grimwood. Does he finally have our adoption papers? I think the chief called him something like, lawyer? Oh, Mr. Grimwood's here. Why is he stopping by so late? Maybe we should go say hello to him when we have the chance. Bring a pen. I will leave all that to you. I am on kitchen duty tonight. You alright with cooking for everyone? If you want, I could take over. No, I already performed the prep work earlier, so it should be easy. Hold on for just a little while longer, okay, Kia? Oh, I want to help! Can I? Can I? You want to? Well then, you will be my sous chef. Look at this guy, Nappa without a care in the world. Well, what else is new? He needs to rest up. He needs to recharge, you know? It takes a lot of energy to keep saving our butts all the time. Helping out with dinner. It'll be a winner. Lloyd, dinner should be ready in just a little bit, I think. We hope Tio doesn't, like, collapse in the kitchen or something. Sorry, please wait a moment. I will have everything functioning shortly. Ah, wait. You don't need to be in such a rush, Tio. We'll all help out later. Very well. Thank you. She seems very sad. We wonder why. Excuse us. Hey, what took so long? Oh, sorry for dropping by so late. We thought it might be you, Mr. Grimwood. What a pleasant surprise to have you visit. Yes, well, I had some matters to discuss with Sergei. Since I was in the neighborhood, I took the opportunity to stop by. Matters to discuss. Yeah, I'll cut to the chase. It's about Kia's identity. They can't have her back. We don't care who it is. Oh, then did you... You guys figure anything out? Oh, thank goodness. Unfortunately not. It seems the request was also submitted to the guild, but I, at Sergei's behest, explored another possibility. Unfortunately, it wasn't. No. Actually, I'm pleased to say the possibility I looked into was a bust. Interesting. You were happy it was a bust. Right, it was pertaining to a story several years back. There were multiple cases of child abductions, primarily focused in the Calvard Republic. Like what happened with Ren. But weren't those... Didn't they end up deciding that those were arson attacks? Did they actually find out at some point that they were child abductions? And the arson was just some sort of cover-up? Child abductions. That's horrible. I'll omit the more unnecessary details, but it was a pretty massive case. Because Calvard wasn't the only country targeted, an international investigation team was created to get to the bottom of things. Each country's army, police force, the Bracer Guild, you name it, everyone cooperated to put an end to that mess. And yet, it was the society that actually ended up taking out the perpetrators. What? Assuming that this is the same group that took Ren, right? How does that... What? That's crazy. It's the first I've ever heard of it. Same here. Since it was kept under wraps, it must have been pretty darn serious. Yes, eventually the case was closed. In the end, it was decided that due to its nature, it was to be kept strictly confidential. The only reason I know about it is because I was involved, serving as an advisor. Wait, hold on a second. You're saying there's a chance Kia could be one of the victims from this whole abduction incident? I thought the same thing, so I searched through the case records again. And to my relief, I wasn't able to find any children who matched Kia's description. Wouldn't Kia be too young, though? For the record, nearly all the men responsible for those horrors were arrested, and the remainder committed suicide. I simply came by today to inform Sergei of my findings. I see. I'm relieved that Kia wasn't a part of that, but the fact that it actually happened... I would have ended up telling you about this all eventually. Anyway, we're back to square one with Kia. Well, that's fine. We'll just keep doing what we're doing. We'll look after the little kiddo until we find one of her relatives. Right, I'd appreciate it if you kept sheltering the child here. But in case we can't end up finding a relative, we should consider entrusting her to a foster family or to a church orphanage. Don't you dare! Well, but those are outcomes all of you need to start considering. Adopting a kid isn't like taking in some stray animal. She can't just keep living here forever. The heck she can't! She already has her room, okay? We already gave her her room. We can't take it back now. No matter how cute she might be. Zai would never let you, okay? End of story. That might be true. Yeah, you're right. She'll need a good bit more care than some kitten, that's for sure. I'm sorry, everyone. It seems I brought down the mood a bit. You all just returned from a long day of work, didn't you? I imagine you have a report to deliver, so I think I should excuse myself now. No, please wait. The truth is, there's something we were planning on consulting you about. Oh? What's that? Adoption papers? So, you see... Lloyd explained the situation with the missing minor to Sergei and Mr. Grimwood. So you were working on a missing person case. Sounds like a job for the SSS, all right. It didn't seem like anything illegal was going on, so we just let him be. I wonder if we should have tried a little harder to get him to go home, though. Well, that's a complicated question. If you were bracers, there'd be a little more wiggle room to negotiate. Comes with a job. If a police officer tried to pull that move, however, odds are the whole situation would turn into a civil dispute. It's an exceedingly fine line. Okay, but he's his own person. If he doesn't want to go home, there's really nothing we can do about it. We don't understand how that would be different for a bracer. I was afraid you'd say that. The guy's old enough to make his own decisions, so in the end, I guess it's none of our business. Yeah, exactly. If he were just some brat, we could have just given him a little kick in the rear and sent him home. That's true. However, you mentioned his skills and luck with gambling completely changed, almost like he was a different person. Ian, so they about this rub you the wrong way. Well, it might just be coincidence, but... Lately, two similar stories have come to my attention. Oh? Really? You're telling me there's not one, but 3 lucky guys who hit the jackpot? No, it's a bit different. They all became jerks, overnight. The stories I heard involve a stockbroker who works for a securities firm and the manager of a trading company. Recently, both companies sustained heavy losses and were almost in the red, but then they began summoning demons. In the last few days, they seem to have experienced an incredible rebound. I could hardly believe it until I saw the numbers. Especially the stockbroker. It said he bought and sold stocks with unprecedented luck and intuition, as if he could see the future. That's... sounds pretty familiar. Don't worry, I'm sure it's only a coincidence. However, from what I've heard, these two have also become extremely arrogant, just as their fortunes reversed. That tidbit piqued my interest. That's definitely strange. Hey, Ian. Any chance you know the backgrounds of these two? Ah, not yet, but if you're interested, I can start looking into them right away. You want to check possible ties, I presume? Yeah, if possible. Did something catch your attention, Chief? When you're in this business, Lloyd, it never hurts to have all the info you can. It's as simple as that. Ah, I understand. Guy told me something like that too, that the decisive factors in an investigation are intuition and the information you uncover. Well then, I'll get out of your way now. If there's ever anything bothering you, don't hesitate to stop by my office. I'll do everything in my power to help out. Thank you very much, Mr. Grimwood. We'll definitely take you up on that offer when the time comes. Not X-ray vision, then. Ravach managed to recover their smuggling routes? Yes, sir. 3 of the routes we decimated over the last week have already been reorganized. We've been trying to impede them, but their resilience was most unexpected. How curious. I was led to believe that they didn't have the manpower to accomplish such a thing. I mean, if it's manpower they're lacking, maybe they hired Jaegers. Did their boss finally involve himself in their restoration efforts? That's the strangest part. The killing bear was nowhere to be found. This appeared to solely be the work of subordinates. The reports state that they only brought enough for a small squad. Not only that, but there were no warhounds present either. How interesting. Now I'm even more curious. Had this been a battle of even numbers, Heiyue should have come out victorious. Did they employ those Reinford heavy machine guns, perhaps? Yes, actually. Their main forces appear to have been armed with them. However, the report also mentions that their battle prowess has skyrocketed. Either drugs or Jaegers. That's our guess. Interesting. I get the impression Don Marconi is trying his utmost to appease the speaker and quell his rage. I don't recall any new reports of Jaegers being employed or any training exercises being held either. Very peculiar indeed. Are you implying that they've acquired a trump card right under our noses? Precisely. As far as I'm able to tell, this trump card of theirs is something truly extraordinary indeed. Perhaps even more so than our own. Like Ian, however, this new measure of theirs is something that could turn the tide of battle at a moment's notice. How the heck did they... Uh-oh. What was that? Ah yes, speak of the devil and he shall appear. Is it Garcia? We've got a big problem on our hands. A group of men draped in black are unloading rounds into the building. Ravach, I think. There's about 10 of them, and the killing bear isn't one of them. Just Ravach, then. There are only 10 measly grunts. Hurry it up and finish them off, then. And don't worry about the police. This is self-defense, so anything goes. Well, the thing is, those guys aren't human, I'm telling you. They're holding massive machine guns with just one hand. The first floor has been breached. It's only a matter of time before they reach us, sir. Secret passage. Darn it, if only Master Ian was here. Oh dear. I doubt even I could outwit our foes in such a barbaric situation as this. Master Cao? You don't mean... Let's go, Lao. Relying on Ian for a petty squabble like this would be a stain on Heiyue's name. Come, let us demonstrate our might as the conquerors of the Eastern Quarter. So maybe the raid on Ravach later isn't by the police, but it's actually by Heiyue. In retaliation for this. And maybe the CPD ends up going in as well in order to stop the fighting. This girl is full of surprises. You're telling me that Kia cooked all of these sunny side up eggs for us? She sure did. Her technique was so good, I ended up picking up a few tricks from her. Fried eggs with a bit of runny yolk. Nice. Get a load of this bacon too. It's fried to perfection. Just the right amount of crispiness. She displayed just as much skill helping me with yesterday's cream stew. Are you sure you don't have any training in the culinary arts, Kia? I don't know. Maybe? Whenever I cook, it's like my hands are moving on their own. Well, I guess it's possible to retain skills like that through muscle memory. But the fact that she's this talented at her age is pretty amazing. Hey Tio, I was wondering, do you feel okay today? You look fine as far as I can tell. But if you're not feeling 100%, maybe you should take the day off and rest. No, I am fine. After all, I went to bed quite a bit earlier than usual yesterday. I don't think we have any urgent requests to take care of, so we can always wait and see how you're feeling. A call? Spoken too soon. Pretty early for that, ain't it? Is it Fran? I'll check. Hello, this is Lloyd Bannings of the Special Support. Yeah, I know already. Oh. Hey, Jonah. Now where the heck are you? What are you doing right now? Jonah? Wow, I wasn't expecting a night owl like yourself to be awake this early in the morning. Ha! Implying I didn't pull an all-nighter. But enough about that. It doesn't matter. From how carefree you sound, I bet you don't know anything at all, right? Don't know anything about what? So you don't know. Well then, I, the great and brilliant Jonah, will do you a favor. In the dead of night yesterday, well, technically today, I guess, but that's beside the point. Either way, someone raided Heiyu's office. What? They were caught completely off guard, too. No offense, all defense, you know? Apparently, they took some serious damage. If you ask me, it had to have been done by those Ravach guys. It's not outside the realm of possibility. Thanks for the heads up, Jonah. You owe me one now, Lloyd. That was Jonah. Yeah, something crazy's popped up. Lloyd relayed the information he heard from Jonah to the rest of the Special Support section. Is that really true, Lloyd? That's freaking insane! It's bold of them to pull such a stunt in the city, even if it was in the middle of the night. What? If all this is true, I'd bet anything the First Division's already jumped on the case. If it bothers you that much though, then go ahead and check it out, but only after you finish eating. Will do, sir. Oh, right. Will you be good to go, Tio? Yes, of course. We can walk over to the Harbor District after we finish our breakfast. Let's check our requests. More overdue books? Wait, no. We already did these. Yeah. Okay, we don't have any new requests today. Where did everybody go? Sergei's cleaning up the kitchen after breakfast. If the Mafia's involved, I expect the First Division is already on the move. But that doesn't mean this is a case we can ignore. I'm planning on heading over to HQ later to see what I can find out myself. That's all I got. Dismissed. Kia is in the kitchen, cleaning up after breakfast. If you figure something out, you better tell me, okay? Will do, Kia. Yes, we're gonna tell you all about the Mafia. Clean up, clean up. Scrub the plates down here and there. Aw. Okay, good luck, have fun. Where is Zeit? Proud as always, but there's no doubt that he's one of us. A vigilant protector of the Special Support Section. Agreed. I imagine he will eviscerate any suspicious characters that dare enter. Wow. We already fed Kope, right? Yeah, okay. Since we weren't able to speak to any of our friends last night, we have to make it up now, you know? Wait, you're not Oscar. Where did our friend go? We've been getting a lot more customers from out abroad lately. It fills the baker's heart with joy to see how much people care about our bread. Gotta hand it to Oscar for all his hard work. We were even featured in the Crossbell Times recently, and it was all thanks to his efforts. Aww. We wish we'd seen the article. Where was the blanket again? Bennett's been too antsy to sleep, now that she's on the verge of completing her newest creation. She's a mess. Reminds me of sweet little Lloyd, when Cecile used to look after you every little minute of the day. Aww. Hey, don't drag me into this. Man, I'd better put Bennett to bed before she ends up collapsing. That's hilarious. Oh jeez. Don't, like, collapse in front of the oven, okay? Now I can come whenever I want, without having to be sneaky about it. That's hilarious. Oh? Up and at it early this morning, aren't we? Has something happened? If you need to discuss anything, feel free to take a seat. Well, actually, sir. We have reports that Heiyu Trading Company was raided by an unknown group of assailants. By Adios, is that true? We're on our way to go check it out now, actually. Everything we've heard points to Ravage being our perps, though. An attack like that in the harbor. I can't say I understand what was going through their heads. Ravage, that is. I can comprehend wanting to attack their main competitor, but something about this sounds far too sloppy, as if it wasn't planned. We were actually thinking the same thing. Nothing about this suggests the beginning of a full-fledged war between the mafias. Either way, we need to be cautious. I have no doubt businesses are going to flock to the office once they hear the news. With luck, they'll tell me something useful. Thank you, sir. Honestly, I don't think we've ever stopped by without owing you another favor. Raiding a competitor in such a populated area. Something about that doesn't sit right with me. Retaliation. That is what we suspect will happen as well. It kind of does make sense. Like, up until this point, their battle has been kept to the shadows, right? And it hasn't involved any civilians. So doing it in a populated area like this does seem like they are crossing a line. But we wonder if they were, in fact, Ravage lackeys who attacked Heiyu. And then they're just gonna be scapegoated, you know, when the police crack down on them. And pretending I'm Papa when he sneaks food after dinner? Or before dinner. That's hilarious. Oh? Harsher language recently. Okay. So the stockbroker that they were talking about, who got really lucky recently, was that one kid's daughter. Or that one kid's father. Maybe we should go talk to him? I think their house is down here. Okay, yeah. What a bunch of morons. The price of those stocks freaking tanked in 3 days. They seriously couldn't see that coming. The CNS business magazines plummeted down the darn drain. Wait, aren't I totally awesome? Well, whatever. It's all the same anyway. Samira? Was that cat always there? Father, what's going on with you? What's wrong? It's nothing. It's just that, for the last little while, Father's been acting... You darn morons! What has happened to Father? Something about him definitely feels pretty off. We swear this cat was not here, like, before the festival. Hello? Why are you out here? What's wrong, Joanna? Nothing, my lady. It's just that a new edition of the Crossbell Times was to be released today, but it hasn't arrived yet. I'd better go ask about this later. Interesting. "40 years. This guy probably raised Ellie then. Let's go check on Jonah. Jonah is stuffing his face with pizza. So, how is Hayu looking? Pretty nasty, I bet. Well, we were just about to go check it out. Come on, man. Now's not the time to be chilling here. Go! My customers don't like waiting for info, you know. Oh. We did think it was strange that he gave us this information for free. He's just fishing. So you're just planning to circulate the details after we work for him, eh? Jonah, think very carefully about your response. Well... I just wanted to earn back a little Mira. Those information fees are killer. Come on, I'm just looking after my livelihood. This boy hasn't been disciplined once in his life, has he? Hey, I was surprised to hear something like that too, you know? Since I accidentally spilled the beans, could we settle on an installment plan? Come on, no need to look so angry. Jonah. Okie dokie, goodbye. Who was the other person? Somebody else. We don't remember who. Oh, Gaunt's isn't. Oh, wait. Where did Drake go? Do you know where your boss went? VIP room. He's been watching all of Gaunt's matches all morning. Wait, the VIP room. Isn't that only for the most high-rolling big shots out there? Yep, Gaunt's is in the middle of a match with some other guy right now. It's pretty crazy, isn't it? He used to be some casual amateur, but now he gets the full VIP treatment. Dot dot dot. Some man decided to rise to the occasion after Galetti and Linda couldn't even come close to beating Gaunt's. Can we go into the VIP room? No? There's an actual barricade here. Dude, we could just hop over the table, right? Alright, so we're not allowed to talk to Gaunt's today. We're gonna get kicked out of here. No? Oh, maybe it was Nikolai. Maybe that's who they were talking about. Hey, Plie, doesn't Nikolai seem a little bit different lately? Oh, you noticed it too. I've been getting some weird vibes from him. It's as if he's a completely different person. Excuse me, is everything okay? Oh, if it isn't the police officers. It's nothing serious. We were just talking about Nikolai, one of the other performers. Right. Apparently, Nikolai's been engaging in some special training lately. It's paying off, too. His technique and strength have improved considerably. The strange thing is, his personality seems to have changed as a result. Huh, so what? The guy polishes up some moves, and suddenly he's a new man. That's not as far-fetched as you think. Reaching greater heights could give someone an entirely new sense of who they can be. To the point where they become unrecognizable overnight. That's true. I suppose anyone can change themselves, given the right motivation. I'm sure Nikolai must have had a life-changing experience like that. I think his commitment to improving himself is commendable, though I can't help but feel as if his personality has changed. It worries me a little. It's almost like he's become a completely different person. Are they all possessed? Wait, are you Nikolai? Alright. Wasn't it the purple-haired guy who was being rude last night, though? Are we just imagining things? Aw. He was operating the stage controls on his own. Oh, anybody on stage? Nope. Maybe they were all possessed by the evil eye. Maybe when we went into that temple, we unleashed demons into the world, and they just possessed these random people. At a fight scene. I mean, we were already there last night. Okay, let's go visit Gaunt's. Who is not in his room right now. You donated all of it. Maybe he's in one of the bars? Oh no, he was in the casino. Just we didn't get to see him because he was in a room that was inaccessible to us. A raid on Heiyue's office. Seriously. That came completely out of left field. I just hope this doesn't explode into an all-out war. Oh? Security seems pretty tight today. Yeah, and they're a little more ticked off than I'd imagined. Well, they did just raid Heiyue. But even considering that, they seem more on edge than I'd expect. Maybe they're expecting retaliation, you know? I sense a great deal of tension throughout the alley. I would advise against approaching them. Oh goodness! Heiyue's office! Raided! This is quite the serious offense. I haven't been this on the edge of my seat in a good long while. That was information from Jonah, I presume. Oh, who can say? After living in Crossbell for as long as I have, you start to notice incidents like this happen from time to time. Oh, how thrilling. Now how exactly would Cao respond to such an embarrassing slight? Isn't that a tad bit reckless to say, ma'am? Yeah, Ravage is right down the street. Ain't that cause for even a speck of concern? I suppose so. I am concerned about real estate prices dropping because of this commotion. Oh boy. Oh, right. I forgot about how much of an insatiable land shark she is. Why haven't the police updated anything in the database yet? Are they dilly-dallying, or are they truly that incompetent? For crying out loud, won't you start investigating already? She's running her mouth off like we aren't standing right in front of her. She's talking about the First Division, clearly. Has nothing to do with us. Arios is back. Thank goodness. Oh, everybody's on standby. Is it because of the raid on Heiyue? And they expect something bad to happen? So the SSS crew is back again, hmm? If you're here, that must mean you've heard the news, I assume. Yeah, I assume that means you already know too. Who do you think I am, honey? Of course I know. I know everything. We contacted everybody in the branch already, so they're gathered on the second floor. Gotta prepare ourselves for the possibility of a war between the two organizations. Wow, I'm always impressed with just how quickly the guild works. And like usual, the CPD is way late to the game. It all comes down to a difference in procedure. We've got our own way of handling an emergency, as I'm sure you do too. As such, I believe it would be best for you to address this as you normally would. Right. Heiyue Cao is an incredibly cunning man. I would be surprised if he didn't respond to this attack in some way, but I seriously doubt he'd rush to any sort of hasty retaliation, either. Either way though, there's not much we can do, other than to be as prepared as possible. There's not a doubt in my mind that Ravage launched that attack on Heiyue's office. The real question is, why they take such drastic measures in their current situation? It just doesn't make sense to me. I think we'll need to get ourselves a clearer picture of the situation before we take any action. Actually, maybe they are using some sort of performance-enhancing drugs on the lackeys, right? But before they could do that, they needed to test them on regular people. Like Gantz, and the stockbroker, and Nikolai. Because they did the same thing with the Warhounds, right? They tested them first, before they started using them for like their actual purpose. So maybe they did the same thing with the drugs. And they're still planning on scapegoating those members who attacked the Heiyue HQ. My skill set means I could find work as a doctor if I needed to, but I'd rather avoid that if at all possible. I'd much prefer take a more proactive approach and find a way to keep people from getting hurt in the first place. I won't let civilians get caught up in some idiotic spat between mafias. In order to prevent things from getting to that point, it's critical that we gather information now. Oh, you guys came! You hear about the big news about Heiyue already! Yeah, we've already started conducting our investigation. It seems all of the bracers have gathered here too. That's a rare sight. I see the Divine Blade of Wind is downstairs. He is truly a sight to behold. Yeah, they contacted all of us on our enigmas this morning. That's why we all made our way here as soon as we could. Darn, you guys really are just too quick. You sure? Maybe it's you guys who are too slow. Are you secretly a bunch of slackers, maybe? Just when we thought we were finally past the insults, here they come again. We can never be friends, okay? We can never be friends with these guys. Except Estelle and Joshua, because we love them. But either way, Ravage sure left one heck of a mess for us to clean up. You said it, sister. Sure, there might not be that many people in that area at night, but civilians still could have gotten caught up in their mess. Man, just thinking about it's got me steamed. I'm so ready to rearrange the Mafia face. Man, I wanted to see what those Mafia guys had to say for themselves too. But apparently, there's some kind of agreement where the police gets dibs in times like this. You ask me, it's just not fair. Well, since we can't do anything, it's up to you guys, Lloyd. You better give this your all. We could work together, you know? We could share the dibs. I thought I had a solid grasp on the situation in Crossbell. But when an incident like this occurs, it feels like there's a huge barrier to overcome. I hope we'll be able to get a better picture of the situation before too long. We should conduct a full investigation on the Mafia's close contacts and the area surrounding their HQ. With all the connections they have, with smuggling heavy weaponry into the city, they could start a huge gunfight at any time. We've got Arios, the Divine Blade of Wind himself, Estelle and Joshua, the young heroes of Liberl, Scott, an expert marksman, Wenzel, a refugee from the Empire, Aeolia, a skilled physician, and last but not least, a specialist in the Taito School of Martial Arts. That's me, obviously. Even though we're totally stacked with highly capable racers, we still need to exercise caution while working here. I'd recommend you follow suit. Goodbye. Goodbye. That's all we have to say. You know, gold salmon are kinda like phantoms. Heard they only swim around the waters in the mains area though. Never caught one. Their flowing, sleek figure and those shining golden scales. The gold salmon truly is the salmon to end all salmon. Definitely never caught one. Yep. Nope. Never. We have food for you. Can we offer more than one? Answer's no. I know I'm in safe hands if we're ever attacked. Mama's already used to that sort of thing. She'd be able to wipe them all out. Easy. The heck kind of store is this? You know, Mama ran a store in a conflict zone before I was born. She'd always tell me about these crazy firefights she'd have with her customers. Jeez. Darn it, now they've gone and done it. If that Tao guy pulls something crazy, there will be riots in the streets. Please don't say something so ominous. Yeah, last thing we want to do is speak that out into the world. Excuse me, ma'am. Would you possibly have any information that might assist us in our investigation? Nope, I got nothing for you. But my money's on the Ravage's goons being behind that raid. I'm not an information broker, so I don't really give a crap about all that stuff. You'd be better off asking them yourselves. Still though, poor Garcia must be having a hard time these days. He has a lot more gray hairs ever since joining Ravage. We wonder if he was like outcast because of the auction. One of the Vipers has been behaving strangely for the last week. Okay, so it's not just the people that Grimwood told us about. There's a lot of others too. Yeah, we're thinking drugs. Like some sort of performance-enhancing drugs, you know? What's up, Wazzy? Something wrong? Oh, it's nothing. I'm just a little worried about what the Vipers plan to do. I heard a bit of a minor dispute going on last night. What's with all the commotion in the city? You think everybody's excited for tomorrow's full moon? Yeah, that must be it. All these people are gonna turn into werewolves. So even Wazzy doesn't know what's going on. That's surprising. Okay, so Jed was hurt, apparently? Maybe by one of the other members? Maybe they got into a spat? Oh, the guy in the front? The guy who got beat up by a tourist? Okay, alright. Something happened, guys. Yeah, you could say that. Dino, that idiot. Dino challenged one of our leaders, Jed, to a fight. It was totally insane, too. They kept trading blows until it was decided by an elbow to the jaw. He's just a newbie, yet he somehow managed to take down Jed. Impossible. I'll never forgive that jerk. We're gonna say they were all given drugs. That enhances aggression? That just improves their skills? Anton and Ricky are gone? Do we have to? Well, since we can't leave the city, we will continue the investigation next time. Right now, we're thinking some sort of performance-enhancing drug. But, like, what area it enhances your performance in is based on your own previous knowledge or ability. So, like, for Gauntz, it made him better at gambling. And for the stockbroker, it enhanced his ability to, we don't know, analyze companies and the rise and fall of stocks. And Dino, because he's always fighting, you know, it makes him a better fighter. That sort of thing, right? We don't know why these guys or how these guys specifically, but these were the test subjects for Heiyer's new drug. That is our guess.